Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. It is Snapshot 19W12A and 1.14 looms closer. This is another bug fix snapshot. And before you tune out, there's actually plenty to talk about with this one, including some tweets and sneaky peek type things that developers have been sending out as well. So there's a whole lot to cover in this video, and the website makes no mention of a release date for this one, but as you can see, it's all bug fixes, tweaks and changes, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. And the very first thing I'll mention is that the game's sound system has been rewritten. Supposedly it's going to reduce stuttering from too many sounds playing at once, so if ever that's caused you an issue, hopefully 1.14 will be able to solve that. Okay, new blocks, but don't get too excited, they're just slabs. They look very similar to ones that we've already got. So inside this crafting bench, you can see that we can make cut redstone slabs. We can also make them inside of here as well, so I'll do that with the regular type and we'll make a bunch of those. So let's compare them to the original slabs. Those right there are not the same as these new ones. These are cut slabs. And that actually is a really great change. I've just realized the amount of times I've built with slabs in sandstone and not particularly like the roughness of that texture. That is actually a very welcome addition if you ask me. Some of you are going to be understandably upset by this change. First of all, we've got to kill this guy and grab that banner. And then kill the rest of them, of course. So what is this change? Well, the Illager Banner is now going to be a very unique item because it can't be cloned with another banner. This was previously possible. You can see this is based on a white banner. We're now no longer able to clone these. Some of you will probably be upset by it. Personally, I think it's a good idea because it makes it more of a trophy and it gives you another reason to do raids, right? You can collect these banners and they are a little bit more unique. It is said that baby villagers will now play in the villages. They do seem to run around together and behave a little bit different than in the past, but here's the thing, I'm not the kind of guy who can dig around into the game code and figure out what's happening behind the scenes, so I do have some more information to tell you about the changes to villagers, but unfortunately I won't be able to tell you if villager breeding is back in the game or what exactly is going on with this right here, but I will say it is pretty adorable to watch them wander around in little crowds. So the website said that the villager trading and AI has improved. Again, I can't really tell you much about the AI, but with the trading it seems that you're able to do more trades in total before this locks out. We were looking at about 4 to 5 last time, and with my experiments it's more like 6 to 9 now, so it does feel like you can make these trades more frequently. Here's another change. It seems as you level up, the previous trades are worth less XP, as you might have seen there. And I was a complete fool to miss this one in the last snapshot. I actually thought this was a visual bug. The red line right here is actually crossing out the previous price and giving you a new one. So instead of 3 emeralds, it would only cost 1, but of course, this trade is currently locked up. Another thing I learned between snapshots is how to upset the villagers. If I punch this one and then open it up, you can see it's crossed out the previous price and it's put it up to 8. Okay, I punched the poor fella a couple more times and you can see with each punch the price is going to go up. Also, villagers in the water kind of jump up and down and sometimes they jump really high, which amuses me. Oh. Back to this snapshot though, farmer villagers are now able to farm. Let's set you free, let's make sure you've got your working blocks so you can keep your profession, and I will grow the crops for you. What we're going to see is this village is going to start harvesting them. Hey, it just did it again. I noticed it didn't replant. When I was testing earlier, they were actually replanting. But anyway, there is one more thing that I want to show you. You saw it just broke up some carrots there. They're going to pick up these items and put them in their inventory. Okay, so I've targeted the villager, and it's this line here, inventory, and we can see that it has 7 carrots, it's got 4 potatoes, and some beetroots inside of its inventory, as well as beetroot seeds, which it hasn't replanted. And now I remember the reason I started trading with you. We found this in the last video that we did, except there was a bug that meant that you would only get the effect for a single second, and I wanted to find out if each farmer had a unique suspicious stew. This villager is now an expert, so there we go, we have 2 suspicious stews. And now I have worked up an appetite, so let's eat the first one. And we have blindness. Wow. Now we shall eat the second one, and what do we have? It is speed. So that is excellent. And let's see if we actually get that consistently each time. So I got a little bit confused because they actually sell 2 of these stews each and every time. So all 3 of them here do this. But what I've learned is that the effect you will get will be consistent with the trade slot. And this one offers up to. So to show that, if I eat this first one, we're going to get poison. And then if I eat this second one, it's the best food in the game, peeps. It is the saturation suspicious stew. Let's go ahead and eat that thing, and we will have saturation for a very long time. Best thing about it, it only costs 1 emerald. That's absolutely amazing. This is a very valuable villager now. You can see my health just went all the way back up because of the saturation. Here's another important bug fix. If a villager gets turned into a zombie villager, then it will actually keep its trades when you cure it and turn it back. The question is, does my memory serve me well? Potion of weakness and a golden apple. Aha, yeah, you're supposed to right click on them. It takes a fair bit of time, but this fella is cured, and I know what you're going to say. We should have actually checked the trades before we did that. But yeah, the trades will be kept. I also have some information on how iron golems spawn. However, in the changelogs it says that some tweaks and changes have been made, so this might already be kind of outdated. Anyway, I'm going to set the time to 8,999 because at 9,000 in the day, which is towards the evening, all the villagers are going to come together and they're going to gather around the bell, which is like the center of the village. It's taking them a moment, but everyone is arriving, and what they're going to do is exchange gossip with one another. Once again, we're going to use MBT data to show you what's going on inside of the game. This is a villager that we're targeting, and it has a tag called Gossips, and you can see here that it has Golem, and then it has a value next to it, and at a certain value, it will then actually spawn in a golem. So what the villagers do is they get together and they exchange gossips. You can see this one has a lot for golem. I've seen another one called minor negative value. That might have had something to do with when I was punching the villagers. Anyway, point is, once enough gossips have been exchanged, an iron golem can spawn in the village. However, in this snapshot, that may have changed as well. Now let's jump to those tweets that I talked about earlier. Jens is pretty much the lead developer of Minecraft Java Edition. Says here, random Minecraft note, glass blocks are supposed to be treated as solid blocks that don't conduct redstone signals. So Fry is fixing some random old placement problems such as with torches. Sorry for a very long tweet. What is this monstrosity? If we scroll down, someone has shared this image here of putting redstone on glass. This is from the Pocket Edition of the game. It can travel up the blocks to power a lamp, and it can travel down as well. And then Jeb confirms that doesn't work in Java Edition right now, but it will in the future. And that, my friends, is a great addition to redstone. We also have a video thing from Bartek Bok. Let's check out what's going on right here. Bartek is dying in lava and holding a cake, but it's actually a Totem of Undying, and you can use a resource pack to change the model of a Totem of Undying. So that's why at the end there, what you saw was a cake spinning in front of the player. And here is another thing from Bartek Bok. I'm not sure if this is actually in the snapshot because it says that it's a prototype, but it seems that putting water into a bucket can somehow be changed to create an effect in the game and put a no in the bucket. Not exactly sure what's going on there, but this, if it's a data pack, resource pack thing, could be really great for custom maps, adding in all sorts of cool effects. And now let's blitz through some minor changes and bug fixes. Wall blocks used to appear in the building blocks section. They are now in the decoration blocks tab down here. Splash potions that were fired from a dispenser were not passing on the effect. That was a big bug that's been fixed. So here's an old bug. It said that pigmen and wither skeletons don't pathfind through lava to get to the player. That was a poor shot. There we go. I've made them angry, and I think they're going to come across the lava at me. Let's see. Yep, they jump into the lava because they know they can get to me. While we're talking about wither skeletons, you may be unaware that wolves will actually hunt down and attack wither skeletons, and unfortunately there was a bug that stopped the loot table working correctly, so you wouldn't be able to get a wither skull, and this of course means, with it being fixed, that those old farm designs work again, where you can have a bunch of wolves in your farm farming the skulls for you. Here is another old bug fix. If you've played this game for a long time, you'll know that when you look at an enderman, they don't run at you straight away. They stand and they stare for a while, and when you stop looking, that's when they run at you. This might seem like a very minor thing, but you can now plant carrots by clicking on the side of the adjacent block, like you saw just there. Last of all, let's talk advancements. These have been updated for 1.14. A balanced diet will now include suspicious stew and sweet berries. How did we get here? Will now require the bad omen effect. And 2x2 will now require you to breed foxes as well. This applies to the parrots and the bats as well. If you breed foxes together, you can get that one. And that, my friends, is where we're going to wrap up this video. So if you enjoyed it, then leave a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you're not doing anything right now, then head over to twitch.tv/Asuma. I will be streaming Satisfactory over there. Not going to put out an announcement video because as soon as this snapshot goes out, I'm going to start streaming. So you can head over there and check out this new game that all the peeps on the YouTubes and the internet are playing. Anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.